everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. Today I am super excited to be announcing the Disney Read-Along Nightmare Before Christmas edition. So if you don't know, every year in May I host the Disney Read-Along, which is a Disney-themed readathon if you couldn't guess. So all of the reading challenges are based off of Disney movies or music or characters, and we usually have a watch-along. And this year I decided that I wanted to host it twice. So I did the usual round in May, which is just like a mashup of all kinds of different Disney movies, but then in November I wanted to host the Nightmare Before Christmas edition, which is just going to be strictly based off of The Nightmare Before Christmas. So this readathon will be taking place from November 22nd to the 28th, and there will be 5 reading challenges as well as a watch-along for The Nightmare Before Christmas. All of this will be taking place on the Twitter account, which is just at Disney Read-Along. I figured there was no point in like creating its own Twitter account because essentially it's the same readathon, just a specific edition. Now before we get into the reading challenges, which I'm sure is what you all are waiting for, I thought I would explain a little bit as to why I am hosting this in November and not in December or October like you think I would. And that is because, you know, the famous debate as to whether this is a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie. Personally, I think it's great to watch all year round, and usually I do watch it in October and in December, but frankly for me I do actually think it's a really good November movie, because if you think about it, it opens on Halloween and it closes on Christmas. So the majority of the movie takes place in like November / early December time. So for me, I thought it made sense to host it in November. Also, I already host a readathon in December and I'm hosting Spooktober in October, so it just seemed like a lot if I hosted it in either of those months. So that might be the actual reason why I'm hosting it in November, but we're gonna go with the whole thing I just said. So now on to the reading challenges, which I know you all are waiting for. If you've seen any of my other readathons, you know that I like the reading challenges to be really simple and easy to complete. I like them to be kind of vague and open-ended so you can interpret them in any way that you would like to make it easiest for you to complete. As per usual, you can double, triple, so on and so forth as many times as you would like. If you can find one book to complete all 5 challenges, then you can totally do that. The first reading challenge is This Is Halloween, and that is to read a spooky book. So again, it's really up to your interpretation of whatever a spooky book is. If that is a horror or a mystery or a thriller, or even if it's a romance book but it's set on Halloween and you consider that to be spooky, then they all work for this challenge. The next one is The Pumpkin King, which is to read a book with orange on the cover. This one is pretty self-explanatory. Again, you can do this with a little bit of orange on the cover. The smallest bit of orange will count for this challenge, or the entire cover can be orange if you really want to go all out. Next we have Jack and Sally, one of my favorite Disney couples, and for this challenge you have to read a romance book. Again, this can be a full romance book, or it can be a book from another genre that heavily features a romance in it, which frankly most YA books will probably work for this challenge. The next challenge is What's This? And that is to read a book from a genre or in a format that you haven't read from before, or if you are pretty diverse in your reading genres and formats, then read from something that you don't read from often. So if you don't often read horror, now would be a good time to pick one up for this challenge, or maybe you've never listened to an audiobook before, then that would work perfectly for this challenge too. And then the final challenge is Sandy Claus, and this is to read a holiday book. Again, I like to bend the rules a little bit, so this could be a book that's set completely during the holidays, or it could be a book that just features a small scene in it that is set during Christmas or any of the holidays that you celebrate. Like I said at the beginning, I like these challenges to be really simple to complete, so if you can bend any book to fit these challenges, even if it's a very long stretch, I do not mind, and I actually highly encourage it because that is what I like to do. So those are the 5 reading challenges. Like I said, we're also going to be doing a watch along. The date for that has not been decided yet, so do go over and follow the Twitter, which is at Disney Read-Along again, and all of that will be announced later on. Also on the Twitter, you will find some reading sprints during the week. So yeah, I think that is all the information you need to know for this readathon. Again, it's going to be taking place from the 22nd to the 28th of November. I hope you will join me for this readathon. If you will, do leave me a comment down below. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
You hear that, Samson?